Hi, I'm Steph Palermo, and I know you hear me talking about feeling groovy and doing groovy things and having fun and enjoying your life. But what does that actually mean when you have to wake up every day to an ever-growing list of to-dos? And then, of course, there's those shoulds. I should meditate. I should get on a diet. I should go to yoga. I should rest. I should do all these things to feel good. I should travel. Well, I'm offering you a chance to actually feel and embody what groovy is, what feeling amazing is. Join me in Terracini, Sicily. You will not regret it. We are going to have an amazing time, and you will actually feel what living really is, what knowing your purpose is. And you'll be able to take that back, not in a list of to-dos, but in how you feel. So I'll see you there in Terracini, Sicily. Don't miss it. This is the Just Steph Show, and I'm your host, Steph Palermo, your Italian Boston girl who's an empath, healer, and all-around seeker of wisdom. Tune in weekly for advice on how to live your best life at work, home, or play so you can feel groovy every day. Oh my gosh, I love that music, don't you? I miss being on the radio. When I was on the radio in Atlanta, I did have a good time. I'm happy to be back in Boston. I love it here. So I'm just Steph. I'm Steph Palermo, your Sicilian Scorpio girl who takes you by the hand and shows you how to live your best purpose-driven life. I'm a soul reader, healer, prophet. I have the gift of encouragement, and I am a medium as well. So I am here today. Today's what? It's Wednesday, August 25th, 2021. Can you believe it? It's almost, we were just talking about this morning. Jimmy and I were talking about how it's almost Labor Day. Can you believe it? The summer has gone by. I don't know about you. I don't know where you are, but Boston has had some it's been kind of bad, the weather. It's not been so great. I mean, as far as it's not beach weather, it's been kind of rough on the weekends, and it's been a little cooler, and then it would be really hot. So I guess whatever days we have left that are lovely, we want to take advantage and maybe hit the beach and get outside because, summer will be coming to a close shortly. And it does come to a close pretty quickly here come the fall, come Labor Day. It does get a little cooler. We'll get our Indian summer days. I hope everybody's doing great. It's been a while since I've been here. I've been so busy. I don't know if you know this, but week one of my retreat is completely sold out. I put it out there for entrepreneurs, and man, everybody was just, yay, okay, I want help with my business, especially after these COVID days. People are struggling. And here's what I want to talk to you. I'm going to talk to you about the retreats and stuff. But I want to talk to you a little bit about this whole COVID situation because everybody's getting a little scared. And the way I see it is I don't live my life in fear. And so I struggle when I hear people, doing that. And when you live your life in fear, you're really not living, you're dying. And the way I see it is you live and you do what you want to do that feels good in your soul right up until you can't. So I'm traveling. I'm going to be heading to Sicily soon for my retreats. I'm not worried about it. And I talked to one of my my retreat attendees this morning, and I said, what's the worst case scenario? They close the borders and we can't get back into the US. Well, first of all, that's not going to happen. It could happen, but we'll get back because we're American citizens. They'll make it work. We're American citizens. I mean, if they can get, they left, how many people in Afghanistan? I don't even want to, I'm not political, but that's just the news. I don't really know the information, and I don't really want to, because it keeps me, not because I don't want to, because I don't care, but because if you know me, I start crying about, the state of affairs because I can't help anybody. I want to help people. That's what I do. I'm a healer. And if I can't heal the situation, then I have to keep it outside of my my sort of my space, so I can stay focused on giving you the best I have and giving you all of my gifts. So that's what I see as the worst case scenario. But here's the deal. I'll rent a couple of houses. Everybody comes in, it's easy. It won't be a big deal, and we'll eat really well. I can promise you that. But that's not going to happen anyway, because it's not happening. But I know people are worried. There's no cases of COVID in Terracini. Zero. You're safer there. And I will say this, I did a little digging, and I don't want to get real political about this. Everyone has their opinions, and I get it. People get sick, and they've been very sick. But if you look at the statistics, 99.4% of the people who have COVID, it's mild. So that's a cold. It's a flu. 0.6, not even 1% of the cases are serious and or critical. And that's not a laughing matter. We don't want anybody sick and dying. I don't want anybody suffering. But the truth is people use condoms. They're 80% effective. You have a 20% chance of getting your girlfriend pregnant when you use a condom. Are you going to still use that condom? Oh, yeah, you are. Okay? So please, the percentages speak for themselves. I get it. If you don't have a reason to, don't live in fear. So if you are somebody who's sick, or you have somebody in your life who has a compromised immune system, then you start to take you be smart about it, right? You just want to be smart. And I'm only talking to you about this because I hate it. Because people are afraid to travel. And I'm just not afraid of stuff. And I don't understand it. I've lived through immense pain and suffering and torment and heartache. I can't be any happier than maybe I can be, but I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. And I'm going to get on a plane. And I'm going to go to Sicily because I am going to help people find their path, their soul's path, help them gain clarity, help them be healed from their heartaches, from their physical ailments, if that's what is necessary. This is a healing soul journey retreat. We have a couple of spots left for week 2. That's, I think you leave September 27th, arrive the 28th of September, and leave, I think, the 6th or 7th. I can't remember the exact dates, but because we've had some changes with the airlines and all of that, but it's all good. And this is actually going to be, what I'm doing this time around, I'm offering a VIP experience at a fraction of the cost. Come March, it's $35.77 plus airfare. Come March, the price is going to be starting at $52.77 plus airfare, going all the way up, maybe even to the $10,000 range for the VIP. This is just the truth, because I want to give you the best experience you can have. Sicily is amazing. It's a well. It's an abyss of wisdom and teachings and self-care. And I want you to come with me so I can show you how to live. I can show you what living really means. I want to teach you how to care for yourself. I want to teach you how to love yourself like you did when you were a little baby that you don't remember, because all you remember is how somebody made you feel bad. So reach out to me, Steph at juststeph.com. Let me see. Let me put my email, Steph at juststeph.com. Reach out to me. Send me an email. Send me a message. Put your name in the chat here, and I will reach out to you. I will tell you all about the trip, what we're doing, and what you need to know. And I will alleviate all your fears. Now, here's the deal. You don't belong here if you're terrified to travel. You don't belong here if you're not vaccinated. I don't give a shit about the vaccination, whether you want it or not. If you don't want to come, if you don't want to be vaccinated, you can't travel international, whether it's my retreat or somewhere else. Bottom line. That's not my rules. I wouldn't care less if you were vaccinated or not. So the retreat is not for you. This retreat is not for you if your life is completely perfect and you don't need clarity or help. If you're completely satisfied, if you are lazy, brain dead, and shallow, if you don't care about your well-being, if you do not engage in self-care, this retreat, it's not for you. But this retreat is for you if you're ready to level up your life, if you're ready to get out of Dodge, if you are seeking clarity on the next step in your life, if you need help with toxic relationships, tough conversations, if you're in transition with work or relationships, if you're just feeling sort of, I don't want to say desperate, but kind of at your wit's end with all that's going on in the world, this retreat is for you. If you're ready to learn how to truly live, then get with me. Send me an email. Tell me, I have a couple of spots left. This week is it. We can't accept any more after this because my travel agent is losing his marbles with all the work that's going on. So you definitely want to send me a text, send me an email. Okay, so besides that, I want to talk to you. That quote that's in the description of this video is my sister sent it to me. I was at the feast in Boston, and I was sharing with some folks some really great news about my life, and was really not treated nicely. And I made a mistake. I talked to people that don't want me to don't care if I'm happy or not. In fact, they would rather see me be unhappy and the people around me, not just me, but anybody that's not them. And I thought, all right. And so my sister sent me that quote. You share your story with those who have earned the right to hear your story. And we have to be careful, because not that we should care about what other people think, but that negative energy that comes towards us, we could inadvertently absorb it and move into sort of a negative state. So I don't want to say keep your heart safe, that you don't share your heart, but know with whom you're speaking. understand that they may not want you to be happy. So don't share with them. Don't even be around them. Their negative energy is just so debilitating to them. And really what they say, what comes out of their mouth about you is how they feel about themselves. That's how they feel about themselves. And they don't really want you to be happy because they're not happy. And it makes them temporarily feel, I used to say, we used to go, what do you think, you're big? When we were kids, like if somebody did something, what do you think, you're big? It makes them feel big for a second because they're really just shallow little people. And they don't want what's best for you. And it's unfortunate. And this happens in families as well. And it's okay to keep your family at arm's length if they're toxic, if they don't want what's best for you, if they're trying to tell you how to live your life when it's yours. Because what everybody else thinks doesn't matter. It's how aligned you are to your higher self and to your higher power. So, hey, Lisa. Hi, ciao. Ciao, Bella. So anyway, keep your heart from being in spaces that will affect it negatively. You want to make sure that you are in the right space. Be in the right space. Don't put yourself in situations where people are going to mistreat you. That's the bottom line. You share your story with those who have earned the right to hear your story. Thank you to Natalie D'Alessandro, my sister, for that. I'm going to pull a grace card, but I'm going to do a little card reading, a quick little card reading. I have these new divine energy oracle cards that I love. Of course, I have my little pendulum that I love too. So reach out to me. I think I'm going to bring my pendulum to Sicily for my retreat people, and we'll dig into the pendulum and ask the pendulum questions. So I'm going to ask the pendulum right now. Should everybody who's watching this video and everybody out there in social media who has heard of this retreat, should they be coming to Sicily with me? Let's see. I'm going to move it over here so you can see it. Hold on. I'm going to ask it another question because not everybody is aligned to this. I'm going to ask it, will the people who attend my retreat be healed and get on their path to living their best life? I'm not moving. It's saying that's a yes, up and down. So if you need healing, if you need clarity, you need to be coming on this retreat. Thank you, pendulum. So I'm gonna pull a couple of these cards. It's gonna take me a minute. So okay. Make no judgments. Are you judging people? How about judging situations as good or bad? What are you doing? Don't judge. Don't judge yourself. I should have. That's not good. Those are judgment statements. Make no judgments. You don't know. Maybe something, is not right for you, but it's right for somebody else. Are you judging? Okay, let's see. What's this next one? Oh, love yourself. This is what we talked about. We talk about this all the time, taking care of yourself, loving yourself, be your own best friend. And if you have a really lousy best friend, that's not a good example of how you should love yourself. Get rid of your best friend and start loving yourself and find somebody who'll love you for who you are. Okay, love yourself. One more. Self-care, coming on retreat. Okay, ready? And look at this. Go with the flow. Just relax, people. Relax. Go with the flow. And they're in Paris, so that means travel. Go with the flow. Chill out. Relax. You know, sometimes I have to be told that. I'm just so, I'm just emotional and passionate is a better word. Passionate. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Now, let me pull a grace card for you. Strength. You know, I often think that courage, strength, I struggle with it because I not for myself, but I wonder why people live in fear. I don't get it. I don't get it. So strength, and sometimes I think I'm weak, but it's really not about strength. It's about getting up when you fall down or when you don't feel right and just moving forward. It's keeping going. And then once you get to a place, things that even if you have a rough time with something, and I've had a little rough time the last couple of weeks, and I'm going to be honest with you, it just wasn't as bad as it had been years ago because I know what to do. I'm okay with my life and who I am, and I have a baseline contentment. So strength. Face your fear. Weren't we just talking about this? Face your fear. Every challenge is a blessing in disguise, a gift that makes us stronger, more conscious, and ultimately more alive. Well, a lot of us like to be dead, and that's sad. So, unfortunately, if you're ready to live, and there's people around you that just want to stay where they are, or they're kind of slowly rotting away, you might have to move and make some moves just for you. Don't go with them. They love it. They want to bring you back in. Don't do it. Don't. So that's all I have for you today. It's been a minute, and I hope to be back soon. Please reach out to me with any questions. If you need help, if you need a soul reading, if you need some support, maybe you just want a card reading. Maybe you need someone to work with you for a few months. That would be me. So that's Steph@juststeph.com. That's a whole bunch of soul reading and getting you on your proper path. And don't forget the retreat is the end of September is the one that has a few spots left. So definitely reach out to me, and I hope to hear from you. So take a risk, be vulnerable, share your heart and love always. Know I love you all. Wishing you love, balance, and peace. Ciao, ciao, baby. I love you. I do.
Thanks for tuning in to the Just Steph Show. I really care about you, your happiness, and helping you make great choices for your life. So tune in next week for more wisdom from me. In the meantime, follow me on my Just Steph Facebook page, on Twitter @Steph Palermo. My Instagram account is JustSteph1, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Steph Palermo. See you next week. Ciao, ciao, baby.